Yeah.
We don't want to be running out.
Hey y'all. Child, they just talking. Hi y'all. It's me. I'm here with my sister Pam, who is eating, honey. Like she didn't know she was gonna be on
Happy
camera.
birthday.
Happy birthday.
Well, thank you guys.
This is my niece Cece.
Hello.
This is my best friend, Marlene Yvette. Y'all know her. She's child. She thinks she's so cute.
Hello.
And this is Mildred.
Mimi.
Mimi. I'm sorry. Child, I didn't forgot that fast. But as you can see, it's really windy, so we're all snuggled up in front of this nice fire, honey, but it ain't doing nothing, honey. But we are going to talk about the men folk. And for people that we've dated, please do not take offense to this. We are probably not talking about you.
You're so vain.
Probably think this whole conversation is about you. But let's talk about dating. What do you guys find? I know that Cece, you're an old married woman, but what child just tied down, honey. She young too. But what do you guys find about? What do you think about the men nowadays in terms of dating and relationships?
I think that the male species is the most beautiful thing God could have created. But in these last and evil days,
Last and evil day.
Lord of mercy, you don't know what you got. So, what I say is, women, take your time and peel that fruit before you decide to eat it.
Absolutely. Yes, honey, because I better look at that core, honey, because it's probably rotten. Child.
Oh.
I was a
Well,
a
there
gay
are
black man in
still
past
some
life.
sweet guys out there. I only ran into a couple, I have to say.
What sweet man you run into?
Well, I'm not going to put them out there like
Oh,
that.
I
But
know
you
what
know
you're
who
talking
you
about.
are.
I know, honey. Good.
But what I find these days with dating is men want to date. They really not looking for anything serious or in particular. They just want a girl to kick it with them or be with them while they still do whatever they want to do out there.
Mm-hmm.
They want you to be right, girl. And that ain't nothing nice.
Child, why they doing all the
Double
wrong.
standards.
Very much so. It's a lot of double standards. So I don't take none of them seriously. That's it.
Did you hear how loud Sierra said double standards, child? I know you ain't got child. I got a teenager doing the camera work, honey. She done got down on her knees, child, because standing up is just too much. Jesus. Sierra, you was talking real loud over there saying the double standard. Now that's my baby's blanket she got on. It's not covered or a real blanket because it looked like it's a baby blanket. It is.
This is Mason over.
That's Mason's old blanket. I couldn't get rid of that one. Yeah.
I still got all my babies.
Did you?
Yeah, double standards. There's a lot of those double standards.
Speak up a little bit.
Yeah, so they want the woman to cook and the woman to clean, but they don't want to do none of that. Yeah. So in a relationship, you want it to be 50-50. You want to get a man that loves you more than you love yourself, so then he can meet you halfway.
Well, on that note, child, I'm gonna have to disagree. Because I think the only way that you are is gonna be 50-50 if he loves himself and you love yourself. Now I have heard the saying that it's better to have a man that get with a man who love you a little bit more.
You love him.
Now I'm not saying that that's the right thing to do,
That's the right thing
but
to do.
it is. but honestly, truly, I think that until you learn to really love yourself, that the relationship is just not going to be right because you're not going to honor yourself.
That's right.
You're not going to, if somebody does something that you don't like, you're just going to go along with it because you don't want to be by yourself. You don't want to be one of them women that don't have a man, heaven forbid. And a lot of times, we spoke about this before, but a lot of times, if you are, well, I'll just speak for myself. I remember I had, I had this really nice job. It was my first job in executive management and making good money, had a whole bunch of degrees and fancy titles and all that kind of stuff. And I'll tell you what, I did not get the respect that I felt that I deserved until I got married. when I got married, I got a raise. I got a whole bunch of accolades in terms of my work and my performance. And it was like, I guess I didn't, in the view of some people, I didn't have any value until a man shows me. And I don't think that's something that we women do. I think it's something that is just a part of our culture, that women who are unmarried just don't have the same value as a woman who is, regardless of what she's acquired. What do you say, Marlene?
I agree. I think that that this culture puts a lot on that men view women differently when they are married. I think there comes respect with that from them. They tend to respect women a little bit more when they're married. And I hate that because it almost suppresses the natural instincts of a woman. To me, it cages us. It cages us. You know, like if you're married, then you're contained, then you're controlled, right? But if you're not, then you answer to yourself, and that is not. A lot of men and women don't like that, and to see that in other women.
You better bring
But
that
that's where
word.
your power is. I mean, you don't have to answer to anybody else. You stand in your own authority. That's where your power is.
Yeah. That's where your power should be. But I think we just fell for the okie doke in thinking that we have to take care of everybody else. We always put ourselves on the back burner. Let me take care of the kids. Let me fix my husband's plate. You got to get the big piece of chicken. All that kind of foolishness. I mean, that's real talk.
A lot of that stuff is cultural. I
You
mean,
think it's just cultural
it's
for
a lot of
black
that is-
women, or you think it's cultural like
It's cultural,
in the United States?
definitely for minorities too, because just even the Hispanic people that I know, they really cater to their families just like African American women do. You know, and that's the way we were raised. That you're supposed to make sure everything is done. If you get everything done, then you can have some time at the end of the day, maybe do what you want to do for yourself. But all that is family. You're supposed to take care of your family and all that first. But that was a different time and a different age too. Well, we didn't really have to do all the things that we want to do, that we have to do now. And being a two-family household, income-wise and all that, I mean, things are a lot different. But nowadays, they want you to do that part too, and then do all the cooking and cleaning and all the other stuff that Marlene said. But then it still goes back to what you said. If you don't have a man, even the other women look at you like, oh, she don't have a man, so she must be, what's wrong with her? She can't keep a man or whatever. And so people tend to settle for a piece of man because if a piece of man is better than the judgment that you're going to get for not having a man at all, but in all actuality, that's a personal choice, you know. It's a personal choice and it's a personal thing. And, yeah, it's really not worth it in the end because it's still, you're selling yourself short and
way
cheap.
Short. Yeah. But I agree with you. I agree that we did fall for the okie doke. I feel that, yes, times have changed, but the roles have not changed.
You better bring that word.
And that is something that's just been passed down. And I see it in Caucasian women, too. If you look
Absolutely.
back, they were the ones at home with the apron on while their husband, Billy, was out making the money, you know.
Yeah, what's
and
his name?
Billy.
Oh,
Billy, yes. Billy Winsworth. But, you know, she was the housemaker, or the homemaker. She put on the fake smile because that's what we do, but she was unhappy. Like a lot of women are. A lot of married women are unhappy.
You better bring that word.
And that's the truth, because I was one of them. I wore the smile for many years. 20 years. But I was unhappy. When you got to go in your room and cry after work every day for 2 years, but then you smile into the rest of the world because this is the picture This is the man, this is the woman, these are the children, this is the home, this is the car. And all the while, the real me can't even come out for a peekaboo. The real me can't even come out because that's unacceptable. Because it doesn't fit in that role as a wife or a mom that somebody else established for me.
You know, a lot of women, I feel that it's sad that when you get married, there's nothing written that says lose yourself. Even the Proverbs 31 woman, I mean, she was out doing her thing. She was married, but she was free. She was developing businesses, bringing money into the home and everything. So I feel like when you get married, you shouldn't lose yourself. You know, it's a partnership. You know, you come in with it, okay? He still goes out with the boys and does his thing. I still hang out with my girls and do my thing. And when we come home, we come together, as long as we keep our chingaladas to ourselves. You know what I mean? You know, it should be that way. We're friends, we're lovers, and we're in a partnership. It shouldn't be that way because we don't establish that in the beginning. We fall into the role of mothers knows best, fathers knows best, you know, old school thing. Yeah. Now, back in the day when the woman stayed home, okay, she didn't work. But today, you know, like you said, it's a partnership. He works, I work. That's what's going to take to make the, you know, to foot the bills. And so, being that said, you have to understand that it's equal. It's equal. Yeah, I respect you as a man of God and a man of the house. I know your role. You know mine. But if you totally want me to stay home, then baby, you need to bring in the money. Okay, and if not, if I have to work, then it's equal partnership.
But you know what? I think on myself, honey. Oh, look at my hair, child. Yes, Lord. But you know, the vanity is real. But you know what I think it is? I think that even if the woman is staying home and the guy is out, you know, working, because for a while, you know, I quit my day job and I was home and, you know, being Miss Betty Crocker and cooking all kinds of stuff. People always ask me, you still cook? Yeah, I still cook. I don't have time to take pictures now. I got a job. But I think that even if you stay home and you take care of the house, that's a full-time job. 24/7. I worked more when I stayed home than I did the entire time that I was out doing a 9 to 5, because you still got to cook, you got to clean. He ain't going to pick up his socks, his drawers. He ain't going to make a bed. He not going to sweep that floor. He not going to mop. Child, that's a full-time job. It still has to be 50-50, even if the woman is staying home. Or, you know, and sometimes the man stays home and takes care of the kids. I personally don't have a problem with that, as long as it's 50-50. I'm not one of those people who believes, I know the Bible says man don't work, he don't eat. That doesn't mean that he's not at home working. Because if you at home, child, I better have my dinner. That house better be clean. You have to work. You got to put in the work. I'm not taking the trash out, honey. I'm not taking that car in to get anything done to it. That's your job. That's not my job. But I think that anytime that you come into a relationship, I don't come as half a person. I'm a whole person. I don't need batteries. I don't need parts assembled. You need to do the same thing. You come in as a whole person, and together we can make it work. But all that, you know, my half, your half, and then we make a whole. No, I don't want no half. You come in as who you are, not your representative. Because I have dated a lot of folks' representatives, honey, and that representative don't stay too long. 30 days, that representative gone. But you got to come, if you really, really want to be in a relationship, you have to come as you are, like the words say, honey. Doors of the church is open, honey. But come as you are, and don't come with all the drama, all the limited beliefs. Girl, are you a whole mess? This child. But enough of me, because evidently my niece got something to say. Say, don't try to hide now.
Nah, y'all talking about all the marriage. And what about the point leading up to marriage? When you're in a relationship.
Girl, get it together before you get
What are your thoughts? You the youngest person
young,
here.
I got into a relationship young in high school. Still in a relationship, so I haven't, you know, been out there, ventured off. I haven't dated or anything of that nature. So I only know what's there. So right there. What do I have to say about that, lady?
What are you asking? Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. You my niece and everything, but child.
So I'm asking y'all, what is your advice for somebody that's young and just been in a relationship ever since they was young?
Well, you know how I feel about you. And I told you in 2012, I think it was, or 2011 before 2012 got there. Because I stayed for 14 years in the relationship that I was at. And I'm not going to say all of it was bad. Some of it was, you know, it was good. But when I seen that it really just became out of convenience, there was no
Passion.
there was no real passion there. There was no spontaneity. There was no nothing. It was like a partnership. But partnerships can be boring too. And they can be so mechanic in work life.
Absolutely.
I don't want that. I want some excitement. I want some damn butterflies. I want all that. You know what I mean? But by the same token, I want somebody that is going to be able to meet me halfway of what that halfway is to me, what that means to me. You know what I mean? And if they're not doing that, I mean, I'm not going to sit around today, but you young. I'm not going to sit around today and just wait that out and see what happens, because what the hell is the point there? I did that already. I did that 14 years.
Child, you
And
better
at the
bring
end of
that
the day,
word.
I would ask the questions, well, what do you see yourself in 5 years? Or what do you want to do? What? And if, you know, if a person can only say, with you, they ain't got no goals, no aspirations, no none of that. And, you know, at some
Unequally
point,
yoked.
you are unequally yoked, and there is a such thing as outgrowing each other. So you just really have to see where that person is at, and you have to let them know how you feel and then you need to see what their conversation is going to be surrounding that, because we really can't tell you, because we don't know what they're going to do or what they have to say about that. Because when I asked, I didn't get a whole lot then. That was my answer. With you, I see myself with you or whatever. But I knew I wanted to do so many more things, and I wanted to travel and see the world, and you know what I mean, and do some stuff. I knew back then I wanted to do it. But did I ever think it was attainable with that person? No, because we didn't have the same vision. So that's kind of my take on it. I think that's something you really gonna have to consult with your partner about. And even though that's my son, and you know I love you to death, and I certainly want you to stay around. I told him a long time ago, if he ever
Child, don't
lost
lose
you,
that
girl,
one, honey.
he was gonna get in trouble.
Said that more than once.
More than one time. But I gotta keep it 100 too. That's all I can do, because I can only be who I am. And that's how I feel about it.
Look at Sierra's face.
What?
Tell you, from my perspective, I know Marlene got all us beat, honey, with that 20 years. Child, that's a good woman. Child. But I was with my ex for 15 years. I can't say that I know a lot of people say, oh, you know, you guys seem like you were so in love. I can't, now that I've experienced it, what love is, I know that I wasn't in love with him. I stayed with him because it was convenient, because it was a very good partnership. We built an entire enterprise together. But there was no like passion. Like when he came home, I wasn't, happy to necessarily, I was always happy to see him because he is, he gave me a lot of comfort. He gave me that foundation of feeling like, because I fell into I'm chosen, I'm married, honey. I stopped even calling him by his name, honey. That's my husband. That's my husband. But I did all that. But I fell into the trap. The Matrix had me, child. But I think that when you are in love with somebody, that when they come home, when you see them, there's butterflies, there's a smile, there's this anticipation of, what are we going to do now? Where are we going? What are we building? What are we working on? I don't think that, I think that a lot of us women get trapped into complacency. Just get, he's good enough for right now. We got kids, that kind of thing. And I certainly understand that. I understand the support, and I understand the need to be with the familiar. But sometimes that's just all it is. It's just what you know. And there's 7 different people in this world. There's so much more for you to know, for you to grow, and for you to now, nephew, don't get mad at me because I'm saying this. I say this to anybody, child. It just happens to be your wife. But but I would say have that conversation. What's your 5-year plan? What you plan on doing?
Where do you see us living? That kind of conversation, and see where his head is at. Make sure that if that's how I knew that things were over with my ex-husband, because I was like, well, what do you see in 5 years? Child, he started talking about everything that he was gonna do, and I said, wait a minute,
Well, I'm at it.
where am I at in this equation, child? He done made other plans. But thank God he did, child. Thank God. But it's interesting how we sell ourselves short. We sell ourselves short out of the fear of being one of those women. But you don't have to be one of those women. You just have to be yourself. I think we get lost in trying to, my sister's always teasing me because she said that, because I mentioned that she put on some makeup, honey, and she did. And she was like, why are you talking about me putting on makeup? And I was like, child, this ain't no competition. I mean, really? You can't compete with this. But I was like, you know what? But a lot of times we as women, we silently compete with each other. Child. Okay, I'm going to turn this camera back around on her so you can see all this makeup.
Put on makeup in her backyard, Lord, before she put on all this war paint. Who does
Did
that?
you say I have a war paint?
She had eyeliner, foundation.
I don't even wear eyeliner.
Girl, she was in there laying it on thick. I said, really? We out here waiting and you in here putting on makeup? Before you come in your backyard, but you want to talk about me yesterday and didn't have no makeup on.
None of this happened, by the way.
This is all true. I'm so serious. I would not lie on her.
This is the person that we were talking about, the difference between confidence and vanity yesterday. Couldn't have the conversation because she too busy taking selfies.
Which she
we were on
already
camera.
Posted.
Child.
Up her selfies after she got her hair done.
And that's because it took me 45 minutes to get my hair done, including the big chop, the hair wash, and all that. Child, we went there at 10 o'clock. She gets down in the man's seat and says something like, oh, well, I want my hair to grow. That ain't no hairstyle. We didn't leave until 7 o'clock.
But that wasn't for my doing.
Child.
You go to a beauty,
I can't make this up.
especially one in the hood.
Oh, my goodness.
Something to be exact.
Girl, we live in Long Beach.
And that's right. And it happens here, too. And let me tell you, he had 10 people scheduled for 2 o'clock.
Oh, my God.
10 people
I hate
for
that.
10 o'clock.
Child.
2 people for 1 o'clock.
But we talking
I'm not
about
really messing
men
on hundreds.
and relationships, honey.
Right. But she likes to get on me every now and again.
Child. Boo. So did that answer are you feeling unfulfilled?
Yeah, that answered my question.
That's actually very normal. And you are young. Very young.
But communication is awesome. As long as you communicate exactly what you're feeling.
Sometimes that makes them off angry.
And that's okay.
Did you
And then
say
can-
sometime?
Well,
Child.
you in a good mood
Just
now.
be honest.
Don't wait till you angry. Wait
That
until
part.
it comes to a head. Yeah, you're going to be like, what the fuck you going to do?
I don't
I'm
want
tired
to
of
be
this
tearing
shit.
down nobody when I'm angry.
But
That's
you
what
don't
like
have to
this
wait.
like this.
And you don't have to tear him down. This is all about you and what you want.
Mm.
So you don't even have to say, I need. You can say what you need. Or what you need to be getting out of this relationship. And then he can say or not, whether he can fulfill that or he can work towards that, or if that sounds like it's something that's doable to him. Then you'll know exactly where he's at with it. So you don't even have to put him in it. You can just leave it all on you.
Do you know what you need?
That
Have you made a list of everything that you need? Have you wrote a 5-year plan? Because if you just grasping, he ain't gonna never be able to meet your expectations.
That's what he said. That's what he said. He said, I'm never going to be able to please you. But no matter what I do, then I always complain. That's what he said. No matter how hard you try, I always complain that he's never going to do it. So maybe I need to make that list.
You need to make a list of exactly what you want.
you need to know what you want before you ask for it.
Mm-hmm. And you also need to be prepared that maybe he won't be able to meet those expectations. Mm-hmm.
What about reigniting the flame?
Child.
What about some things that you guys can do? You know, set dates for one another. I mean, go and do things together. Sometimes because you've been together so long, you need to reignite the flame.
Mm-hmm.
Especially when you have children, that plays a lot into it. You know,
Absolutely.
young children. That takes a lot of energy. You know, next you know it's work home kids,
Yeah.
you know, regular mom duties and you get burnt out. That's what I talk about. It's time to live. It's time to take out time for yourself.
Absolutely.
Even when you have small children, you got to start having those dates together again. Some of the things that you used to do before the kids came. Create some things. Give him a coupon book. With some of the things you'd like to do. You make a coupon book of some of the things that you'd like to do, and give him a coupon book to make the things he'd like to do.
I love that.
And then you guys,
That's a
he'll
good
put a
idea.
coupon book on your pillow. Well, baby, I want to do this today. And you may leave one on the nightstand or something for him. Reignite that flame.
That is a good idea. Yeah, I don't advocate divorce, honey. And I don't advocate people breaking up or anything like that, because that is, I know it's very traditional, but child, I just realized my time, child. But
That is fine.
but I'm not an advocate of divorce. When people come to me with relationship issues, I never ever advise people to break up. I always advise people to work it out, because I think that we live in a throw, unless your name is Terry. Yes, I said your name, and I called you out, because I done told her no, greasy fingers. But so girl, because every time I see him, he just eating. That was messy and mean. Oh my goodness, child, it is the
Except for
righteous police. I want y'all to see her badge.
talk about it.
The self-righteous police, honey. Knows him.
Let me
I knows him, and I know this kind of stuff he been up to. Okay. I'm done. I'm done. Please. Stop. Stop. Child, that's not.
These rocks are hot now.
These rocks are hot. These are hot. These are hot. Please
But now
don't.
her people they can't be touched.
Anyway,
She does.
so let's get back on the topic, honey. No.
Church right now. Look out. Lady, church on the line.
Don't talk about my pastor. Don't talk about my pastor.
Talking about your pastor.
All right, let's stop. Messy. No, that's messy. I'm done for the record. Okay, but
After she done said the name.
child, I said one name.
I'm gonna spare him.
Thank
And I
you.
didn't say one.
Thank you. You can
That
say
can change your conversation.
Look out now.
she likes talking about my church. She likes talking about a God thing.
You like to talk about
Please.
mine.
I don't talk about St. Luke, Missionary Baptist Church on the Rock of Jericho.
That ain't my church, first of all.
Child, I ain't gonna say the name of the church, because that'd be
As
the
you
real
know,
name.
My church don't do nothing but help people out in the community.
Child, out of their money.
Oh,
Their money.
let's not talk about your $300 day.
But we talk about
If you want to get educated there, you gotta pay.
are we
$300.
talking about men, or are we talking about the church peoples,
You
honey?
tell me.
Oh, my boobs are showing, child. I'm gonna give y'all all a black eye today. But like I was saying, I don't advocate for people to get a divorce in relationships. We live in a throwaway society, and instead of throwing away people, we often throw away people instead of trying to fix whatever it is that we perceive as being broken. Because what's broken is just an illusion. What's actually missing is communication. Anytime a relationship breaks down, it's all about communication. And that can be a relationship with your mama, that can be a relationship with your daddy, your child, in a congregation. It can also be the relationship that you have with yourself. We don't want to work on us. So 9 times out of 10, we blame it on the other person. But all that angst all the drama that we bring to relationships is just our stuff. And the reason that it comes up is because it needs to be healed. Nothing comes up that doesn't need to be healed. It's just up to you to put your big girl draws on and do the work. Sorry, it happens. Now, you had so much to say, child.
Is that what you want?
No, I don't. I want to talk about relationships. Are we done, ladies? Child, because I see the messiness rising.
Want it, baby.
I see it rising, honey. Everybody don't need to know my business.
Oh,
child.
but they need to know mine.
Girl, I didn't say who.
You said Terry.
Yeah, but don't nobody know who Terry
Everybody
was.
on my page knows Terry.
I wasn't gonna tag you. You see how she done put her own business
But you
out there?
No, you did that already.
No, I did not say. They don't know Terry could have been her husband. Child. Because she gonna tell everybody in the world, all the folks that I'm dating, child.
Just one.
Just
the
stop.
members.